Receiving headquarters.
Nuclear launch detected. 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 Nuclear under attack. Energy and critical and research. Enemy structure.
For some reason, I can't get disco out of my head. But moving on to the second set, Leta is in trouble. This is the second set of a best of three, and you can see it in his eyes, like, you're friggin' Afro motherfucker. The second map is actually another OSL exclusive, at least exclusive for the time being, called Gladiator. And this might be my favorite new map of the new map pool. The three maps being used right now are Pathfinder, Gladiator, and Aztec. Aztec has actually been used in Pro League. It's a very cool little map. But Gladiator is spectacular. It is like Heartbreak Ridge on crack. It is so many ridges everywhere. Not to mention it's a 4-player map, so it's huge. Ridges everywhere. Very fitting of its name, Gladiator. Waka chicka, waka chicka. Gladiator. Okay, here, moving on. Sorry, like I said, I can't get, like, for some reason I have, like, Rasta in my head. And disco, of course, at the same time. Except, down at the 5 o'clock position, got the positions right this time, and red is Leta. Looking very angry. And over at the 8 o'clock position in orange is Paralyze. Paralyze! The Paralyze played fantastically in that first game. It was a bit of a strange strategy from him to apply that much pressure with the Dark Templar for as long as he did, but he transitioned into that second base almost at the perfect time. I can't really think of many other Protoss players that would do it at that perfect of a time. Nice little drawing there of surrounding a hatchery. Okay, you got your races mixed up there, buddy. Unless that's an infested Protoss. Infested Fro! Okay. This is getting ridiculous. And I haven't even had anything to drink. Okay, Supply Depot on the way for Leta. Not much to talk about right now. The round of 16 is on the way, and I said I would cast the entire round of 16, and I hope I can. There are a lot of factors working against me. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's difficult to get videos now. Basie doesn't really send them to me anymore. He sends me, like, StarCraft 2 things sometimes. Anything with Boxer in it, he's like, oh, it's a Boxer game. But I've tried to communicate with him. He's difficult to communicate with. He doesn't speak very well. He doesn't speak very good English. I don't speak good. That was my impression of myself, sounding stupid, not Basie. But Basie sends me some things, not enough to cast, and no OSL games so far. So I try to get them from the Team Liquid VOD tracker, but sometimes they don't even care. And they usually get things out, but it's like 4 or 5 days later, and that's just not how I work. So I hope I can cast the entire round of 16. It might drive me crazy casting things a week late, stuff like that. I love these drawings. Fantastic. Afro Ninja. I like it. But, yes. Like I said, there's a lot of factors. For one thing, I have more responsibilities at work. Another thing, I got more things to do in general. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You already know this stuff. It's life, man. Life. Getting in the way. Factory on the way for Leta. It's going straight for his factory, most likely. Another little fast push. That's what Leta likes to do. He's just like 4GG, getting on those fast pushes, fast contains. But the simulator on the way, Paralyze already has his second base going. And he's moving out with a couple of troops to take down these Marines. This could be very effective, actually. Leta's going to have to get some nice harassment done. I mean, not harassment, but nice defense. Wedge those Marines in between the supply depot and the barracks, which he's doing. Very good. But, delaying the factory like this, not a very long delay, mind you, but still, that's going to hurt Leta a lot. Especially if he wants to do an early push, and he's being scouted at the same time. So, alright, Leta putting down his machine shop, and Paralyze is in there getting the scout on everything. So, quite a nasty pair he's got sneaking inside of the man. What is that Marine doing? Not even attacking. It's like he's moving along with them. But the 4 Marines now should be enough to fend off these troops. Of course, on this map, there is a sunken main, so it's difficult to push out, and it's very easy to get on and contain. Holding the high ground like that, it's very hard to break for any of the races. But now Paralyze, he's just hanging around. He doesn't really expect these troops to live that long. But he is planning on getting some damage done, so Leta can't do a push. Putting down his second factory, already has a machine shop spinning, probably researching mines. There's Paralyze fending off the Marines. He doesn't have any reinforcements streaming down the map, so he is just kind of making Leta push himself back into his main, making him scared and defensive as he's pushing out with his tank now, just like the last game. As I've said in OSL's past, players usually come in with about one strategy for all of the maps, for the best of 3. They have one strategy, they try to perfect it, and they try to make it work for all of their games to get 2 wins out of it. But it didn't work out too well for Leta in the last game, but he is not pushing his luck as far this time. As far as I know, he isn't being as aggressive in this game. It doesn't look like he's pushing himself towards Paralyze's base this time. Of course, Paralyze does have his second base down sooner, and his economy is going to be booming compared to Leta's. But Leta is preparing for his second base. He's playing defensively. He does have 2 tanks now, so now he feels a little bit more confident. Going out with more Marines as well, so Leta is going to try to put on a contain. As long as he can hold the high ground, I think he'll be able to do it. Since Paralyze is focusing so much on macro, he's not going to have as many units as he normally would if he had put down a later Nexus. But Leta is going in right now. I think he has enough tanks to do this, as long as he has siege mode prepared. As soon as he gets to this natural expansion, that's probably... Oh man, Leta trying to break through, but these probes are all going to die. I think there are plenty of Marines out there to snipe them. But Paralyze, at least he knows what he's doing there, throwing his probes out as kind of meat shield so he can use the Dragoons to snipe the rest of the units, so the Dragoons don't take too much damage. At the front, trying to lay mines. Leta does have a couple of mines out, which could cause a lot of damage, and he does have that high ground position. He has taken the high ground, almost taken the high ground. He is placing mines in a way that, yes, he's going to be able to hold that high ground. As a Dragoon, nice mine dragging, though, from Paralyze, drags it right into that tank. I mean, every single tank is critical now for Leta. Leta did sneak in 1 badly damaged Vulture inside the main, so he's probably going to kill a few more probes before the Dragoon runs back. A single Dragoon runs back. Oh, man, Paralyze can't let all of his probes go down like this. He does finally take out the Vulture. And Leta is still trying to get on that contain. He still has the troops streaming down. He's not working with much, though. He only has a single tank, but he does have siege now. So that single tank is actually going to be extremely powerful with the combination of the mines at the front. Now, gateways on the way. There is the observatory, so it's going to have to be observer first and then shuttle second for Paralyze. He needs that observer out just to get rid of the initial mines, the mines that are just within range of those Dragoons. But after that, he's going to need his shuttle immediately to get the Zealot bombs. Oh, man, he's got the Dragoons right within range of the siege. Not good at all. At least the Dragoon didn't go down, so at least he might be able to use that Dragoon for mine dragging or something into the tanks. But this is going to be extremely tight. The observer is on the way, I'm sure, for Paralyze, unless he's going for his shuttle first. But, yeah, he's going to need that shuttle to break out of this. There's no other way he's going to be able to do it, even with the Zealots at the front, because the Zealots at the front are going to just absorb the mine explosions. They're all going to die from the mines, and there's going to be nothing left to protect the Dragoons. So the siege is going to rip up those Dragoons. Not to mention Leta continuously building bunkers. Leta is not even focusing on his second base. He's trying to end this from a single base, which is a little bit risky. If he doesn't take this second base down, here comes the shuttle, though. Trying to get the mind dragging, trying to drop those. Oh man, Paralyze is getting some nice mind dragging, some nice Zealot bombs on top of these tanks, taking out all the tanks at the front. And I'm not sure if Leta has any additional tanks coming in. There's that one tank left. There is a reinforcement tank, but Leta's contain is broken, and he loses everything outside the natural, and he has no second base. So Leta's attack just failed. And it looks like Protoss is the aggressor now. He's pushing Leta back to his base, where Leta practically has nothing. He's going to have maybe a few tanks to protect himself, but that's it. GG. Paralyze takes another 2-0, and now Paralyze is still undefeated. Protoss Funk Master is undefeated and going into the round of 16, where he'll be a Royal Rotor candidate. Wacky and funky. This has been Nuke. This was an odd cast. But this has been Nuke. I will try to cast some more OSL games soon, as well as some Pro League games, and some non-StarCraft related videos on the way. This has been Nuke. Thanks for watching.